Hello, hello, welcome to this amazing conference. Can you hear me? Wow, apologies for the 5 minutes delay. I believe that we're all in for a great experience this weekend. Agriculture, the new gold. If you are hearing me, please leave a comment that you can hear me. My name is Ayo Essien. I just want to be sure that I'm audible. Uh, It's been a while. I tuned for an online conference, and this is one industry that I'm proud to be a part of. And I'm just going to share with us the story of the journey and why I think that this weekend's conference is very important and why you should be a part of it. Um, we have a guest, one of our guest speaker will be joining us in this session. He's running late due to network challenges, but I believe he'll be able to join us before the end of the session. So, who am I and what are you doing here? Why are you here? And what do you hope to, what is the promise of being here? Okay. My name is Ayo Essien. I've been in business for a while. Uh, I've done several things. I currently am a digital marketing consultant and expert, and also I'm a tech guy. All right, I have a tech firm and several other business interests that I currently execute. Very recently, or not too very recently, I have always nursed the idea of playing in the agricultural value chain, playing in the agricultural space, because one of the understanding I have about business is that for you to be successful, you have to look for a business model that somehow, some way is able to fulfill one of the major needs of man. Okay, man has about five major needs, one of which is food, right? Man has need for shelter, man has need for sex, man has need for food, and I think other things. There are five of them that about, but food kind of like trumps all because man can almost do without maybe shelter, might not be staying in an apartment that is what he wants. Man might, and when I say man, I actually mean the male and female gender. Man might, or women might, you know, go away for sex for some time and several other things. But what every person would not want to compromise on, even if you're fasting, is food. Even if you're fasting, at some point you would want to, eat within the fast. So you will break it at some point. To our Muslim brothers who are currently doing Ramadan, there is a time to which they break their fast and eat something. Either they take pap or they take akara or they take something. So you cannot not eat, you cannot not live life. And the important thing about food is that it is not just the eating of it, it's not just you're eating for the sake of it. Food is actually fuel to the body, it's actually what you need to execute your life, to do what you really want to do, right? So it is important that everyone eats at some point, no matter even if you're diabetic, you're trying to watch your diet or whatever, you must eat. So, what does that mean from two perspectives, from a business perspective and from the industry perspective of what powers that need, which is the agricultural sector we are here. Uh, it's important to know that in the climate we're in, Nigeria, really to be precise, food has always been a challenge for many people because it is either they are getting it at a very high cost, or they are not getting the right type of food, or they are not, you know, able to eat what they really want. And that challenge has been there for many years. Okay. And even though we have the most arable land in Africa, that's Nigeria, has the most arable land in Africa. We can farm all kinds of food, but for some reason, the statistic has said to us that most of our food in Nigeria, both livestock both grains, both nuts, or any type of food, most of it are imported. All right, and thereby putting the cost at a height that many people cannot afford, and which is not the way to go. Right. So, how do we mitigate this? How do we create a system where food will not be a challenge for others? And also, now looking at it from the business perspective, imagine if you are able to meet that need even at a basic level. Imagine if you're able to have, let me be very practical, your own farm, or have a knowledge about how to navigate in that value chain. Because by the time you open your pot or you serve yourself a plate of food at your home, there is a value chain, there is a process that was in place for that food to get to your plate for you to begin to eat. And in that process lies the gold, lies the opportunity, lies the value, lies the impact. Growing up as a child, we never really knew how our parents provided food. All we knew then was, let's mommy want to eat, mommy want to eat, daddy want to eat, and then they give us food. But then as we grew up, we began to be aware, especially if some of us here, or most of us here, being adult, being responsible, we have to be aware that that food didn't just happen. You know, 3 months back in that time, someone had planted that food. All right. 3 months back in that time, someone had gotten a seed, someone has planted, someone had cultivated, someone had nurtured, someone had watered, someone sun had shined, or 6 months, some food 6 months, 1 year before that time, and then someone had harvested it, someone has taken it to the chisel or whatever they needed to do, and then from there, someone took it to a distribution center, or in some cases processed it, probably cleaned it, cut it. Like in the case of Gary, there is a process, a meal. Someone, they would have cut it, processed it, and then bagged it, and then shipped it to a mart where you probably just walked and you bought it, right? Now, the money or the opportunities in that value chain. And for those of us who are interested in being a part of the agricultural drive, the agricultural renaissance that is currently happening in our country, you are in the right space, because the whole essence of this program is to introduce you to the various layers of the value chain that you can participate in at whatever level you're in order for you to start profiting from. I can see several persons already on the stream. Just leave a comment. Let me know you can hear me. Even if you came back to watch the replay, leave a comment. Let me know you can hear me. Say hi. Let us know where you're listening from. These 2 days is going to be fantastic. Now, this session is an introductory session. My job is just to establish why you're here and the purpose for this conference and what you are going to be gaining. For those who are just joining, all right, what you're going to be gaining from these 2 days. The entire agricultural value chain possesses a huge opportunity for people who have always wanted to be a part of a business that is meeting the major needs of man. If you look at the numbers, all right, most of the wealthy people, like the richest man in Africa, one of the major things he distributes is something related to agriculture. I'm referring to Dangote. We have the Dangote pasta, the Dangote sugar, salt, and all of the likes. If you go to South Africa, the wealthiest man in South Africa is into agriculture. If you go to most developing countries, you will see that the top richest people are those in that value chain. Why? Because everybody must eat. All right, and not just because anybody must eat. The process of establishing that everybody eats is the opportunity. And what has made some persons not able to leverage that opportunity is simply lack of knowledge, lack of understanding. And in this conference, I'll be bringing top experts who have over 10 years experience in this business, in this agricultural business. They will be exposing to us what you need to do to leverage this value chain in order for you to build wealth, right? We're going to be talking about export of food. We're going to be talking about how to farm for yourself. We're going to be talking about how to get food very cheaply. We're going to be talking about the processing. If you want to go into processing, we want to be talking about distribution. We're going to be talking about a lot of things: how to get international partners, how to get your food does NAFDAC approval, and all of the things that are needed for you to be successful in this agricultural value chain business. So it's going to be an exciting weekend. I want you to tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell people who have always said, I want to do a side business in agriculture. There is an opportunity here. There is a platform that is fantastic, and we're going to be talking about the platform tomorrow, and just exposing you to the value of what we have. Now, remember, the difference between someone who has $1 million and someone who is not having $1 million in revenue is information. It shocked me when I began to interact with some of my friends that have come to meet in the agricultural sector, the kind of amazing things they are doing, the kind of opportunities they are leveraging on, the kind of money they are able to raise and to sell, and it's something that you also can do. All right, no matter where you are, no matter what your current level is, with the right guidance, with the right information, and being a part of the community that we're going to be talking to you about, you will have that same information, you will have that same knowledge, and eventually you'll be able to transform that knowledge into money, into cash, into a business model that will constantly generate return for you, and you're going to be a part of it. So this is not you putting your money in something and somebody. No, no, no. You will have to be a part of it. You will have to be a part of the ecosystem, because it is in your participation. It is in your gleaning, just learning and understanding how it works, and paying attention to the details and participating. That is where you'll be able to fully grasp it and also fully benefit from it. So it's going to be an exciting weekend. I'm so excited about this program. It took a lot of planning, it took a lot of distribution, and for all those who registered, if you've not registered, ask for the link. Whoever sent you the link to join this live, ask them where is the registration link, because everyone who register will get a mail that will contain the step-by-step path on how they can get started, and it's going to be fantastic. So if you have questions, you can leave them in your in the YouTube chat, and just ask your questions, and then I'll be able to respond. I would, we're meant to have a guest, but the network has been bad. There was this cable cut across, many internet service providers are currently bad. So please bear with him. His name is Pastor David Owolegba. He's a fantastic guy. He's into export, imports. He was going to share so much about what he does and how he does what he does, and also the community that I talked about. But not to worry, even if you can't join today, tomorrow, we're going to have a fuller house, because all of the experts will be in one room, and we're going to be dissecting and breaking down what it means to participate and benefit from the agricultural value chain, from the planting to the harvesting to the cultivation to the distribution to the marketing to the every part of this will be covered. And we also have a special guest from the US, Prof Maxwell, who is also going to be sharing with us his own experience and how the journey has been for him. So I'll be looking out for your questions. If you have any question, leave it in the chat. But believe you me, this whole experience will transform your life. If you've ever wanted to participate in agriculture, if you've ever wanted to be like the Dangotes of this world, be like the Carlos Slim of this world, then you don't want to miss tomorrow's session. It's going to be from 7 to 9 p.m., 2 hours, locked in, learning, and then we'll give you an opportunity to join this community. So it's an exciting 30 minutes or 15 minutes that I've had with you. Is this an intro? If you want to learn more, leave a comment, and I would answer your question. So let me see. There are a couple of questions. I can see Austin Imohimi watching from the UK. Fantastic, Mr. Austin. I'm glad that you could join us. Please tell your friends they shouldn't miss tomorrow. We're having Prof Maxwell, we're having David Aweleba, we're having an amazing leader from the community we represent is going to be value packed. Tell your friends in the UK to be a part of it, and let us, participate together in this amazing agricultural value chain. I can see someone else, King. I'm trying to bring your comments up. Good one. I'm watching from Lagos, Nigeria. My brother, glad that you could watch. I'm also in Lagos, Nigeria. I hope internet is good at your end. A lot of banks, everybody is complaining. Glad that you could come, Mr. King Okwechuku. Please, tomorrow is the D-Day. Today is just the intro, all right? And I hope my intro was good enough. Tomorrow, we're going to have all these amazing guests, and then we're going to be kicking off a revolution within the agricultural value chain. You can be a part of this. I can be a part of this. We can get more people to be a part of this. Food is an essential need. And in this situation we find ourselves in Africa, in Nigeria, we have land. We have good land. We have everything we need. We just need the understanding, the technical know-how, and the willpower for us to be able to be self-reliant on, in food. Nigeria can be less dependent on import food, because we want to grow our economy. We want to make sure our currency has value. How do we do it? We do it simply by having to invest in our own agricultural sector. Last 2 days ago, I was with with the commissioner of agriculture in Ogun State, and we were looking through strategies and plans that the government in Ogun State wants to implement towards resuscitating the agricultural sector. And my challenge with Nigeria is, why did there have to be a crisis? Why did there have to be a foreign exchange crisis before our Nigerian government woke up? Now, the governor of Niger State just bought over 2,000 tractors. Ogun State, that I'm aware of, I know the commissioner personally, he also wants to do that. Several other states are beginning, and it's good because this has presented an opportunity for us who will now be able to leverage. Like, for example, in Ogun State, they are going to have cluster farms given out to people, to farm free of charge. So several other things are in store. So being a part of this will give you that opportunity to learn more and to have the necessary information and the skill set to fully build wealth from agriculture. And one of the beautiful things about agriculture is that it is self-sustainable, right? You can never run out of farmland. The farmland is there. Crops will always be planted and replanted, and then people will always eat. So it's not like if you eat today, you'll be full for the next 2 years. No, nobody. You eat every day. You eat every day. Yam, tomorrow beans. So because of that, there's always going to be demand. Because in economics, demand has to be more than supply for the price and value to go up. And then we will now be struggling about supply. And because that's even the problem with Nigeria today. There is high demand but low supply. So, and people are not farming, right? They now have to import. But that is about to change. We believe the next 10 years in Nigeria is a very strategic one. All right. And within the next 10 years, I've been talking to several people who are, in the agricultural space, and they are also doing stuff. They want to do stuff. Everybody is positioned. Everybody is positioning because they know that within the next 10 years, if you're positioned early enough today and start participating, you'll be one of the richest man in Nigeria if you go full in. And we have a system that would educate you. We have a system that will allow you buy food cheap. We have a system that will give you the training that you need, and the opportunity that you need to participate at every level. If it's farming, you want to farm, we have the opportunity. If it's the distribution network, there is the opportunity there. If it's even the processing, there is also knowledge shared in that area. So I would like to bring up our guest now. He's live with us. I just hope you can hear me. Pastor David, can you hear me? You are live now to the conference. How are you doing today? Network has been showing you shaky. Glad you could finally join us. You're welcome, sir. All right, so I've been educating our guests about what we have in store for them over the next 2 days. That is tomorrow. about the problems in the agricultural sector and the opportunity that it possesses. Because when there is a problem, there is an opportunity. The problem is that there is demand for food, but there is no supply. Now, that is why we are importing so much in this country and it's affecting our effects. However, we are on a mission to beef up our supply. And we have a platform that has helped tremendously in doing that. And when I say beefing up our supply, what do I mean? I mean in the food production, in the farming, in the processing, in the distribution. All of these put together will beef up the supply. And the opportunity therein is the fact that once these are in place, you and I, who are part of the ecosystem, who are the ones putting in the work in doing this, will become millionaires. So I want you to explain to us, just give us an experience on how your journey has been, and talk a bit about, this problem that we see in Nigeria and how our audience can be a part of it in order to be part of the solution. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good evening, all. Thank you so much. Yes. My name is David Oweleka. I'm into agribusiness. Also I'm the CEO of Agri Intercontinental Limited. We are into export, into farming of agricultural products, and we're also into export of agricultural commodities and minerals. Now, something happened like this system Mr. Iron tried to talk about. It just happened like in the day, the Bible days when Joseph, Pharaoh had a dream, God preparing him for the future.
Yeah. Wow, I think we're having a bit of a challenge with network, but not to worry. So David would join us soon. I think there's a bit of a challenge network-wise, but please give us some little bit of help. Are you there, sir? Can you hear me?
Hello, Cap. You hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Just like in the Bible days, there was a time Pharaoh had a dream, of what will happen. So, Joseph interpreted his dream, and then he gave solution.
Yes.
So now, this system Mr. Ayo was saying before I joined in, when this system actually started in December, we didn't know that the height of food scarcity is going to come like this. It will become like this. We didn't know. In fact, this ecosystem I was talking about is ordained by God. It's a solution that God has to try before the challenge. Nobody knew that the prices of food commodity, especially in Nigeria, is going to skyrocket. It's going to go up. Even the dreams, they tell me today that you'll be buying a bag of rice for 90,000 naira, I will doubt. From December to now, prices of rice, of food, not only rice, have gone beyond 100%. Nobody knew, but thank God for the solution that God provided before the problem. Now, so what will this system is? It's a system whereby everybody can eat in.
Yes.
Anybody can afford it. Okay, and it's not something that they're going to give somebody money and say, oh, but no. It's so that anybody can afford it. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme at all. It's a revolution. This business is a revolution. To get food affordable. Another thing to get affordable food. Another thing is to get organic produced food that's healthy. Non-GMO food. It is not GMO. Not food that you grow within 24 hours or no. This is natural organic food. Okay? So now my joining business, when I joined this ecosystem was talking about, December, it was like a dream. You know, by the
Yeah.
time people know the things I got for this system, my neighbors, you know, in my estate, they'll be like, wow, wow, what is this now? You know, because it's only that food when you see results.
Yeah.
You see, what I'm telling people is you can pay without buying new clothes, but you cannot pay without eating food. Food is a
Exactly.
necessity. You
Yeah.
don't go to food, take off. Sorry, Esau have to sell his birthright because of food. So he can eat. That's to tell you, so many people are blaming and saying, don't blame Esau. You may you never get like a hunger that you are
I
ready
tell
to
you.
give and eat. So that's to tell you how paramount food is. So, so I want all of us to key in to this ecosystem and let's eradicate hunger in the land.
In the land. Beautiful.
Eradicate
Beautiful.
hunger. To the truth is, sorry to say, our government alone cannot do it.
No, not at
It's
all.
recently in Abuja, a reservoir that is organized, established by the government. The masses went there, looted the place, and removed all the food. So that's why that the government alone cannot do it. Okay, you and I need to come together and do it and eradicate this hunger in the land. People are
And
hungry.
indeed, people are. And that is an opportunity as well for us. And with the ecosystem
Yes.
we have, we are on a mission to achieve this. And we believe you me, we will achieve this. I was with someone and was saying within the next 10 years in Nigeria, we are going to see more food or agriculture billionaires in this country because what is going on has now forced people to begin to look inwards to say, what can we do to ensure that we can sustainably feed ourselves and be less dependent on imported food? And for us in this ecosystem, we have the information, we have the teamwork, we have the knowledge, we have the skill required to participate at every level. And we're going to be talking very deeply tomorrow about that. So do not miss tomorrow's session. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors that this session was mind blowing. If the introduction can be like this, imagine how tomorrow will be. Tomorrow we'll have seasoned experts who are going to now break it down for us, and then we're going to engage, and then we'll show you the next step to being a part of this our ecosystem. Your final word, Mr. David, what would you say to our audience who would eventually watch this on the urgency? Because I feel a sense of urgency around participating in this agricultural value chain. What would you say about that, especially
Sorry,
within this window we have? So I was saying, what would you say about the need and the urgency for our members to be a part of this agricultural revolution that is going on? Some people might say, oh, we'll do it next week. Oh, we'll participate next year. Oh, I'll register. I'll sign up next year. There is an urgency to be a part of it now. What would you say
yes.
about that?
Good. Now, you see, what I keep telling people is this. When you see an opportunity, you seize it with all your might.
Yes,
You
sir.
seize it and before front. Now, it will be wickedness for you to see an opportunity that will help your neighbor, help your brother, help your siblings, and and we are not saying I'm going to do it in the future. It's wickedness because we have been fighting there. Now, you can come
Mhm.
back in the country now. The people's salary is not enough to take care of them. The minimum wage in Nigeria average because I'm already saying is 30,000 naira. That
Let
cannot buy a half bag of rice in Nigeria market. I'm not talking about iFood now. In the Nigeria market, outside iFood, it cannot buy half bag of rice.
just
So
imagine.
I'm saying, now, a position like this, you're not saying, okay, let me do it next week. That to me, I think I've treated them because
It's
you
it.
are depriving of food. But do you know that some persons you may not know have committed suicide as a result of not being able to feed family. Some have left their family, and so many husbands are.
Wow, wow, wow. Network. Wow. This has been an amazing time. Please leave a comment if you've gotten value. Say, yes, I've gotten value. This has been awesome. Call every one of us here that will watch this replay. Make sure you take action by inviting someone to the tomorrow session, Saturday, the 16th of March. And also, even if you miss tomorrow's session, the replay will also be on the channel and you'll get a mail so that you can click the link again to join this session. All right. I know internet has been really shaky in Nigeria for the most part, but be assured that we are going to okay. You're back. Go ahead, sir. Can we conclude that thought?
Yes, the network went off. I thought I was saying before now that it will be wickedness. It
Yeah.
will be wicked for you to see an opportunity that will end hunger on the land. And the person now says, I will do it in the future.
Mm.
That is wicked. You see something that can benefit on the God, benefit us simply, and I'm not saying you know about this, no. Because food is a necessity. Food is a necessity.
It is.
Honestly speaking. Not
It
something you
is. It
say,
is.
what's worse about it is that it's affordable.
Yes.
People, anybody can afford it. Anybody can afford to be part of it.
Fantastic. So tomorrow, lock in the same time. We're going to be talking more about the system and how you can be a part of it. And we're going to be sharing you our manuals, our resources, so that apologies, the power situation, NEPA took like that is what we are talking about. But be here tomorrow. It will be a more comprehensive session. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you so much, Mr. David, for being a part of today's session. And to our guests and those who are watching the replay, join us tomorrow, 7 p.m. West African time, for another exciting time where we'll go in details what the system is about, how it works, how you can be a part of it, and all the models, all the opportunities within the system that you can leverage on. And then from there, we begin to build together. All right. It's been a fantastic time. Thank you again for watching, and see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Good night, Pastor David.